Hi, I'm Mary Nations, and then we have Brene Shropshire and James View, and we are presenting on an organic grocery store supply chain management system.
Areas of application include grocery stores often run out of stock when there is a halt in their supply chain. This halt is even more noticeable in stores that receive products from similar and smaller vendors. Keeping track of this supply chain and consumption allows the end grocery store to restock when needed, in addition to recognizing when there may be a broken link in the supply chain, i.e., a farmer's chickens die or crops are recalled. This allows to switch farms and suppliers when needed and to avoid a potential expensive lack of product.
Okay, so there are some data storage challenges. Currently, supply chain management systems are in place in large stores, but they are becoming increasingly difficult to manage because the volume of information to vast due to needing to store data about everything from where the eggs and flour come from to when and where a cake is being made. Also, the velocity of information is fairly high. Thousands of items are purchased every day and products move around nonstop. There are a lot of variety within the information that needs to be stored, the products, their prices, who supplied them, etc.
So for our project, our entities will be supplier, product, consumer, and employee. The supplier will have the supplier ID, location, and production rate. Our products will have the product ID and then a foreign ID for the store ID and a price and a quantity. The consumer will have a transaction number and the items that they purchased. The store will have its store ID, the store name, and the location, and employees are identified by their social security number, and they have their address and name on file.
Relationships between these entities will include every employee works for a store. Each store is managed by a manager. Every product is supplied by a supplier to a store. Customers purchase products from stores. Some products require the use of other products before they will be sold. Some suppliers process products to be sold.
Okay, so here's our ER diagram. So I'm going to go ahead and start at supplier. So our supplier either processes products or it supplies products to the store. The store is connected to employees. Employees either work for the store or they manage stores. Customers purchase products, and products sometimes requires another product to make. For example, if you're making a cake, an organic cake, you're going to need eggs, flour, milk. Those will require other products to make that product, and you need to know the amount of the product that you would require. So you would need a recipe. So you need 1 cup of milk, half a cup of flour. Those were things that you would require. And also with the supplier who supplies the store, you would also need the expiration date on certain products. You don't want bad eggs or anything like that. So you need the date in which they were purchased.
I would like to point out that supplier could be either a regular supplier or a farmer. So not all suppliers will process items, but all suppliers will supply items to the store. And then also all employees will work for the store, but not all employees manage the store. And each store can have 1 manager, but only up to 3.
Moving on to our constraints. A consumer must purchase at least one product, but can purchase as many products as available. Some products require and consume other products before they are purchasable. Some suppliers process products to be supplied at a store, and the date the product was supplied is kept as record. An employee works for a store, but can only work for one store at a time. Each store is managed by at least one employee, but no more than 3 employees can manage one single store.
And then we have our timeline. So our timeline consists of us creating an ER diagram, creating an entity tables, and creating relationship tables, populate tables, and joining those tables. So creating the ER diagram should take us roughly half a week, and it would be me and Mary completing this task. Creating our tables will be done in half a week, and that would consist of me and James completing that task. Populating the table should take approximately 1 week, and Mary and James will be completing that task. Joining the tables would be a team effort between me, Mary, and James.
And if you have any questions, feel free to ask us. Thank you.